Okay, we are just after the online Zoom yoga class, so I feel very refreshed. So we can do this. We haven't done this for a long time, but I was doing lots of short videos, 15 seconds one with music and stuff, and I really like that. So we need to talk about Oxford. It was not our first choice. Someone mentioned Littlehampton and the seaside because it's 24 degrees or around that, and it's very rare. I think we didn't have a good weather for quite a long time, maybe 6 months, maybe more than that. And you know, when it's winter time here, it's basically 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's already dark. So I think that day when we went to Oxford, sorry, something just dropped, and I think I slept maybe 2 hours. I woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, but when I woke up, I was like so fresh. I didn't want to go back to sleep, so I said, okay, let's go somewhere. And someone mentioned Littlehampton, and there was another place on the seaside, but in the end we took the train, and it was quite funny way how we took the train, and we went to Oxford. And the highlight of the day, when we took the boat trip, it's basically 30 minutes, and you can choose for £40 that you have something called the chauffeur. So basically you can just sit down in the boat and enjoy the view, the nature and the calmness of Oxford, or you can do it by yourself, and that is for £30. And you know, while you were waiting there, and the queue was very long, and that queue was only for the people who did not book. We didn't book anything at all. We didn't even know we're gonna end up in Oxford that day. We didn't book anything, and the people who actually booked this boat trip, they were going, they didn't join the queue. They went around went through the shop and they just got a boat. So it was very busy that day, and it was Friday. Was it Friday? It was Friday. Saturday, oh my god, it was Saturday, that's why it was very busy. So we looked at the boats, and the most important thing we noticed at first sight, that it's not a wise idea to go around with this boat, because it's kind of a very narrow boat, very long, and you have a sort of what's that, like a rod, I don't know how it's called. Yeah, it's like a pole. It's like a pole. It's metal, made of metal, and because the water is very shallow, you basically you put your pole in the water and you push the boat ahead, and you need to maneuver as well, and you're standing on the boat, so you're not sitting. You cannot do this in a sitting position, you need to stand. So you need to have a very good balance, and doing yoga on Zoom once a week is not really, you know, it's not gonna give you the balance you need on that boat in Oxford. So that was definitely the highlight of the day. But what I really want to say, that 1,000 years ago, with my teacher, with the class, we went to Oxford, and I believe, I don't know why, I don't have any proof, I didn't take any memorable anything at all. I didn't even take souvenir like I did this time. We bought 2 magnets, which I can that's why it's good when you live in a very small place, that you know, you just you just extend your arms and you can take the magnet from the fridge, because it's just right here. Oh yes, I found it. Okay, this one, oh my god, come on, zoom in. This, we bought it in, well, the students around it, American accent and everything, I understood that they call it Bode. So we went in, and I bought this magnet, and there was a table with Tolkien, who wrote the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and I really wanted something from the Lord of the Rings. And look, this is the river, the elves, and the barrels. They going on the river. So that's it. Let's put it back on my fridge. So definitely visiting boat and doing the the little round trip on the boat, that was definitely the highlight of the thing. But I remember how it was 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, of course, a couple of years ago, and it was £10 I paid to get in there. Now we paid for a return ticket on the day, we paid £33. Yeah, that was the price. And when we arrived, I noticed the ox made of bronze, the statue. And a couple of years ago, right now it's a side, it's a business school. There is a very famous business school around it. I don't think that building was there a couple of years ago when I went there the first time with school. Yeah. But I noticed the statue made of bronze. So what we decided, because it was very hot, that we're gonna have lots of beer, but before that we're going to take, that's why I have this map, we're going to take this tourist bus. I don't know how much we paid actually, and but you know, it's a double-decker. You can climb up to the top and it goes around the city, and you know, you can see all the highlights. And the good thing is that it's not for one ride. You can ride it for 24 hours or 48 hours. You can jump on it anytime you want, but you need to keep in mind that it's until 6 or 7 o'clock, so don't wait for it after, because this is what we did. We were just waiting for it after 7 o'clock and it just didn't come. So you need to check the timetable. So when I was checking out Oxford 2 years ago, when it was, when you know, the whole, you know, lockdown and all that started, and I realized that I'm not going to travel for a very long time to the US, so I was looking for something not abroad but something closer to London, and I was thinking about Oxford. So I checked all the accommodations and stuff, and I noticed something quite new, and that was a hotel inside the prison, which is very weird thing to do. You know, you wanna hotel, you wanna build a hotel, and you have plenty of properties around, and you choose 1,000 years old prison where people suffered and died, and you turn it into, I don't know, a 5-star hotel. That is very bizarre, very strange. I don't think I would stay in. I think the most, I stayed in a couple of hotels in my life, a couple of places, and the most memorable one was a church. I think it was a Baptist church, and it was a quite important institution, and that they turned it into the hotel, and I couldn't sleep. It was a very weird place. It didn't have a hotel feeling at all. It was not welcoming at all, because you know, all these hotel rooms, they used to belong to the priest, and you know, they didn't go there to relax. They went there to study, and you know, so it was not good at all. I don't like this kind of hotels when what had different you know, different job before, and now they turn them into a hotel. But we were walking around that, and it has a mall next to it, so it's quite great. So we were on this bus, a double-decker bus, and we were sitting in, so we went upstairs and we were just up in the front, and it was very funny. The gentleman there, who was the guide, the tourist guide, he was telling us all these stories, but he went very quick and there were no connection between the stories, so it's quite hard to remember. But I remember one, and that is the bell, which is I think 7 tons, and it was the whole, that part of the building was designed by Christopher Wren, who actually designed an entire city. They didn't build every single building he designed, and he is a legend. I didn't know he did anything in Oxford, so it was really great to see. There's something called the Tom Tower, and the funny story is that before there was a curfew, so when they closed the door, the students, they couldn't get in. They needed to pay a fee if they were late. Probably it was after sunset, and for me it's, you know, very funny that you need to get home by a certain time. I never had this in my life. So let me ask the others if they want to mention anything. So definitely the best thing was the Bode library, where we bought the Magnet and the Tolkien stuff from The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, and the boat trip. Next time we're not gonna take the chauffeur. Next time we are going to take just the boat, and we're gonna go around, and I will try to maneuver with this thing. Yeah, definitely. It was a very nice day. Very hot, because I don't really like temperature above 60 degrees. It was like 24. It was very hot, but it was very beautiful. Very beautiful. And still the tourists didn't come back yet, so it was not that busy. Still, you need to wait to get into certain places, so there's like a sort of queue going on. For a boat you need to wait up to 10 minutes on Saturday, but not the students, the tourists are not back yet. So if you want to go to Oxford now or this year, go now. Yeah.